Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lightweights Podcast. Today's guest, Tara Yummy.
Hello.
I just want to start off. Zach Justice apologizes for friend-zoning you.
What? Wait, he's friend-zoning me?
He told me this morning. I worked out with him at the gym. He said he will give you a second chance if you make less fecal matter jokes.
I think I friend-zoned him.
I don't know. He said the other way around.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
No.
You guys can figure it out. He said he's going to call you later and figure it out.
Okay. That's really funny he said that.
Yeah.
Because it's quite the opposite, I feel like.
So Tara, this is our first time meeting.
Tara.
This is our first time meeting.
Officially.
I know. I've done a lot of digging on you.
That's so scary. That's so scary.
I went back into the trenches on YouTube.
I'm so scared. I told you. I was like, I'm really scared of the research you did because I've been on the internet for like 4 years and I've posted every Monday since. That's it.
You've never missed a Monday?
No, I have missed a Monday. I feel like in all, though, I think maybe in 4 years I've missed maybe like 15 Mondays.
Okay.
I feel like that's not a lot.
It's not. That's really impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, I was telling you earlier, like, your channel's awesome.
Thank you. That's so nice. No one's ever said that, I think.
Really?
I feel like no podcast I've been on has sat there and watched my videos. They just know me for being me. They don't know me because I make YouTube videos.
I mean, I'm scrolling through it and there's like dollar store videos, which is like normal.
Yeah.
And then the next video, you're like milking a cow to make chocolate milk. And then you're at a construction site and you're getting yelled at by the boss. And you're like,
Yeah.
I'm hiding. He can't find me.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Thank you. That's so nice because I feel like no one's ever given me credit for my YouTube channel.
So I've been like a big YouTube. I've loved it since I first found it.
Yeah.
And I know you have as well because you were really into the O2L days.
Yes.
And now you're friends with everybody.
Yes.
I myself was friends with like a lot of people that I film with also. So when you first started meeting everybody, was it nerve-wracking?
I think a little bit, but at the same time, it had been so long since I watched them. I think I matured a little bit. I was like older and an adult, so I hadn't sat there and watched their videos anymore. So there was definitely a separation where it's like, these are not the people I used to watch. This is like a different version of them. Now not at all. I don't even think back to, like this is the same O2L. Not at all. But in the beginning too, I was trying to like make a separation because I couldn't sit there and be like, oh my God, these are the people I watched as a 12-year-old because I think I would lose my mind.
Did you ever go to their live shows?
I got to go to like O2L specific. I got to go to the O2L Forever screening. I won like these tickets. Like
Wait,
my friend.
What was that?
It was like O2L Forever was like this it was this movie. They like had a movie come out, like theater-like movie, and there was a screening and my friend like won tickets and she was like, do you want to go? And I had like been kind of over them for a while, but it was like the last O2L thing and I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. So I did go to that and I got to meet them there and I also went to meetups. Like I was that big of a fan.
Where were the meetups?
Like at a park.
Oh,
like they were tiny. They weren't like a huge channel yet.
Okay.
And they had like this meetup in the park and I stood in line and I took a picture with them.
And did those pictures ever surface?
I personally surfaced them.
Because there was one photo that came out right before a certain video.
Yes. So that, I didn't know you dug that deep. Yes, so that picture surfaced and I like DM'd a fan. I'm like, get this taken down now. And they did. And then eventually I just showed JC himself my picture because I was like, I've been living a lie.
Meet your heroes.
Yeah. Or don't. They say don't meet your heroes.
Yeah, but it worked out in
Yeah,
your
it worked
case.
out great for me.
Is that kind of what drew you to wanting to make your own videos? Was that you were such a fan of these people?
Yes. Like literally people who are my friends now were people I looked up to. I was like, I want to be you. It was like crazy.
You have such a confidence too when you're filming, which is awesome.
Thank you.
And I think a lot of people kind of have like there's a little bit of like, they can't really fully put themselves out there, but I feel like you do such a good job with it.
Thank you. That means a lot. Because I also think I'm like the same in my videos that I am in person. I don't like put on a character, and I feel like a lot of people do. I've like noticed it because these people are around me all the time that like they exaggerate themselves a little or like de-exaggerate themselves. I don't do anything. I just sit there and turn on the camera. Yeah. I think it's like my musical theater days. I feel like that really helped me.
When you first did your first video ever, were you nervous to throw it up?
My first video ever I put up when I was like 11. That's gotten taken down. But do you mean like my first video that's up now?
Yeah, because you said you've been doing it for the past 4 years, like really going for it.
I was a little nervous, but I'd already had a following on Instagram. I told myself once I hit 30K on Instagram, then I'll post my first YouTube video, so I know it would do okay. And that's what gave me the confidence. I think I was a little nervous, but I wasn't as nervous as I think most people would be because I already had like people be like begging me, be like, please post a video.
And what was that first video?
It was answering questions, like a Q&A.
Very O2L.
Very O2L. Very O2L.
Were you into the MadCon boys?
Not as much as I was into O2L because I think I was a little older when MadCon was a thing. It was Vine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Matt Espinosa?
Yeah.
I liked him. I loved his Vines, but I wasn't like a huge diehard MadCon girl, I don't think.
Janoskians?
No. O2L.
Who were the other ones? I feel like there were a couple other YouTube groups.
Yeah, for sure there was. I just didn't care.
Right.
I was like O2L all the way.
Were you into Smosh?
I watched Smosh, but I wasn't like into it. Like they were probably one of the first channels I found on YouTube. Uh-huh. But I think just as much as anyone else, I was into Smosh. Everyone watched Smosh at one point or the other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so I love when I find somebody else who's like into YouTube.
Oh yeah, because I know every lore. I get it.
Were you the only one in your friend group that was really into the internet stuff?
I definitely was the one to be like, watch this. Yeah, I definitely was the one to discover it. Yeah. I think I was kind of young too. I was like on the internet way too young.
And did you like even at that time? Did you want to make YouTube videos?
Yes, I was like, I want to be a YouTuber. That's why all my friends from high school, they're like, Tara's a YouTuber, and it's so funny because every day she'd be like, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to make YouTube videos. And I tried, and I kept failing. And then finally I succeeded one day, but...
When you did it when you were 11...
Yeah.
Did those videos surface in school?
Oh, yeah. I would make my friends... I didn't care. I was like, I don't care if I get bullied. I like sent them around. I'm like and comment.
Yeah.
I was a psycho.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Did you ever like do anything to self-push it? So for me, I used to make fake accounts and then comment on them and then thumbs up them.
No.
Yeah, me neither.
No, I never did that.
Oh, yeah. Same. Anyways, so you were stuck in a box in Keen and JC's video.
Yeah.
That was bananas. Because that was a big moment, I remember.
That was like a turning point in my YouTube, I think, for me.
In what way?
That was when I got close with Keen and JC, I think. Because we were friends and they knew of me and they'd invite me to like parties. But it was like my first YouTube video I was in that wasn't like my ex-boyfriend's or wasn't like... Yeah, just someone that wasn't in my friend group. So it was like a big deal to me, especially because I'm like, these people I've watched since I was literally a child. I was stuck in with other YouTubers that I didn't know at all. I didn't know a single person in there.
How'd you do that? Because I always picture people asking me to do that, and I feel like I'd have to say no. Like David Alvarez has asked me to do videos.
And you
but
say
I'm like,
no?
Yeah, because I'm like, who am I going to be next to? What if I'm not as like good as them? Like,
12-year-old Tara was like, JC Kalen just messaged you and asked you to be in a video. You're really going to say no? Of course not. So I woke up at 7 a.m. and I went and I stood in that box for 11 hours. I technically got second place because they ended up splitting it after I left.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you didn't get the split?
No. I was begging for it too.
It was 10 grand?
It was 10 grand. And at the time I was like, holy crap. 10 grand? The things I could do with 10 grand. Because like my YouTube channel hadn't really like, it took off, but it wasn't like, I wasn't making like psycho money on it. It wasn't my full job yet. So I was like, 10 grand, I have to do it. And then at 11 hours, I started to like get faint. And I was like, I need to leave.
What were some of the things they were doing to you while you were in that box?
The challenge I got was, I think, hot sauce, which I did fine. But I think it was just being in a box with so many girls. We were just kind of like, and we weren't allowed to sit down. My legs just started to get tired. Yeah, it was crazy. It was also like 100 degrees and sweaty. And then it got cold at night.
Susie Antonian was there, right?
No.
Oh, I thought she was in that one.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
I was in the first one. Yeah, it was me, Neza, Franny, Gabby Hanna, Sarah Baska, Chelsea, JC's girlfriend. I'm forgetting some people. Me.
You were there.
I was there.
Okay.
And then I feel so crappy if I can't think of who else was there.
And
but we were all in a box, like a 4x4 box. It's crazy.
And this is your first time meeting everybody?
I had met JC's girlfriend a couple times, Chelsea. She's so sweet. We're still friends to this day, but I didn't know anyone, no.
Can we talk about the next phenomenon of the David Alvarez videos?
Sure.
They're taking over. They're doing great.
No, I know, and I'm so proud of him. As his friend, I'm just so proud and happy for him.
So what are his videos? Because you've partaken in a bunch of them, right?
Yeah. I think I partook in them when they were still like getting tested. Like he was still just using only his friends. So it was easy because it was just like me and all the girls in the group. And it was like ranking each other on our looks. So that one was a hard one because could you imagine standing there and like having to rank yourself among your friends? It was terrible, but I did it for him. I still think about it to this day. We did like ranking people on their styles. That was fun. That one was less offensive. Like, do all girls think alike? Do all couples think alike? I've done all those. But again, I was in his videos. Like, I feel like we're like the test dummies. Like, they were doing great, but they weren't doing nearly as well as they're doing now. Like, the average person has seen a David Alvarez video nowadays, which is so insane. I'm so proud of him. As like, he's one of my best friends. It actually makes me want to tear up. But yeah, again, I was in his videos when they weren't like a huge crazy thing yet.
And do you know the premise before going into them?
Yeah, he told me.
Okay.
He told me. And I was just like, sure, you're my friend. I'll do anything for you.
Do you know the other people in the videos as well?
Yes, because they were all friends. After the box video, we all became friends.
He gets some crazy moments in there.
Oh, I know.
In your channel, you visited the world's largest dresser.
I did.
Did you fly there to view it?
Kinda.
You're so funny.
I know. So it was actually this time. It was literally exactly a year ago in 2 days or something. And I had met these guys online. They were in a band in North Carolina. And I thought they were so cool. And we clicked so fast. We became like online friends. And we just like clicked. And I was like, oh my God, it'd be so fun to actually hang out with you guys. And I was like, what's in North Carolina that I can like make a video out of? And I found out that the world's largest dresser was there. And I was like, wait, I have to see that because I have a crazy shopping problem.
That's what stuck out to you.
Yes.
The world's, I mean,
It's crazy.
I watched the video.
Okay.
Huge. It's insane.
I know. I flew like 8 hours because there was like a time, like, you know, you had to like stop somewhere because it's in a tiny town in North Carolina.
You did a layover.
And I dragged my best friend, my poor best friend. She has nothing to do with YouTube. Nothing. And I'm just like, hey, I want to go to North Carolina and meet some random strangers I met on the internet and see the world's largest dresser for my video. And she was like, I guess. And we did it.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You're like, I can't believe I'm here. And then she's like, I can't believe I'm here.
Oh, we still talk about it. She's just like, you dragged me into the craziest, stupidest things.
Yeah. So we were talking earlier too. You did the milking cows.
Yeah.
You did the construction site.
Yeah.
What other crazy adventures like that stuck out to you that you've done?
Oh man, it wasn't for my channel, but one time I got like hung up on a crane for a TFIL video. It's like called The Fuck It List by Elton. And I got held up like, I don't know, I want to say like 60 feet on a crane, and I put my two legs together and I got like swung into someone's balls. This guy, I'm not kidding, this guy was standing in a handstand with his legs open. I don't know if I could picture it for you. And I like went like this and I hit him in the balls.
Was he wearing a cup?
No, he does like, you know, like jackass stunts. It's like his thing to get hit in the balls.
Who was it?
I forgot his name. I can give it to you later, but it's on the internet to this day, and it's just like the funniest thing I've ever done. Oh. It hurt so bad because I missed and like my butt hit his junk, and I just went like smack, like you could imagine. It was crazy.
That's so.
I was on a crane, like with a freaking, what's the word? Like a diaper, harness.
Did you volunteer for that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the opportunity.
It was just like, it's awesome.
Kick a guy in the balls.
Oh, from like 60 feet in the air on a crane. Yeah, of course. I love stunts. Honestly, I wish I was like a bigger, stronger person so I could like do jackass or like, I don't know. I would love to do stuff like that.
Get thrown into a cactus.
Totally. I would totally do it.
Really?
Thrown into a cactus doesn't sound too bad.
You're from here?
Yes.
The Valley?
Yes, the Valley.
So you grew up in LA?
Yes, the Valley.
You're a rare breed.
I know. And we're crazy.
I'm starting to notice.
Yeah.
My wife is from the Valley as well.
Oh, where's she from?
Woodland Hills.
I'm from Woodland Hills.
Okay.
Wait, where'd you go to high school?
She knows where you went. She
Okay.
told me.
Wait, how do you know where I went?
She knows everything about like she's like the Valley girl. She knows like everything about everything here.
Well, no, I'm saying how do you know where I went?
She knows where you went. I don't know where you went.
Wait, how does she know where I went?
Internet, I guess, or maybe
okay.
just through like word of mouth.
Oh, okay.
She knows a lot of people.
Oh, interesting. Wait, I have to ask you this off camera later.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Okay.
So did you kind of grow up with the Hollywood stigma that it was like, were you interested in it, or were you like, it's just like part of life here?
I think I was interested in it. I think I was. I think being like a child of immigrant parents, I was like, oh, this is so taboo. I want to do it. And I know that's bad, but again, also I was born in Maryland. So all my family lives in Maryland. And then I moved here when I was like 3 or 4. So I grew up here. I'm from here, but I was born somewhere else. So everything I knew till I was like 3, 4 years old wasn't Hollywood. I don't know. I was interested.
You went on Corinna's jet.
Yes. I've been on it a couple times. Corinna she's just the most amazing person I've ever met. Has nothing to do with her jet. I promise. She's just so not selfish. She's so generous. Like if I'm going through something, she immediately picks up the phone. She's just like a really good friend. And I feel like that doesn't translate on the internet because she doesn't post like her personality the way I do, but she is truly like a great person. I mean, I know you know her. I don't have to tell you, but she's just a great friend.
I was watching the video and it seems so like carefree. Like everyone was just having the best time.
Oh, from the Miami video.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. It was just so. Or which one? The Bahamas video or the Miami video?
I think the Bahamas one. You
Is
guys
that the
were
most
on the
recent
boat?
one? No,
Is that Miami then?
that must have been Miami.
You guys were just on a boat and it just seemed so carefree and everyone having a good time like jumping off the boat and
Yeah, and it was. And it's just like, I don't know. I love going on trips with her. She's just like so fun to be around.
Do you guys have any other ones coming up?
Not that I know of. I know we do something for her birthday every year, which is December 1st, but I don't know yet. We always know like a week in advance with her.
Did you go to a strip club for her birthday?
Yes.
Was that wild?
Yes.
What'd you do?
Through hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's fucking nuts.
It was crazy. It's definitely one of my like crazier experiences.
Was that like she wanted to go do that?
Yeah, she wanted to go do it. And we did it. We went to 11. I think we did that 2 years in a row, actually.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
What do you think was the biggest waste of money you ever had on a video?
Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like a lot of my Spirit Halloween shopping sprees, I don't end up using half that crap. That's why I didn't do one this year because it's just like I spend hundreds of dollars and then I just don't use it. I can't think of, I feel like everything's a payoff. So I don't, like everything pays off because it's entertainment and it makes people laugh. So I don't want to say anything was a waste of money. Nothing comes to mind directly. Did something come to mind for you? For my videos?
No, not from your videos.
Okay.
From my videos. I feel
Like what?
I bought an inflatable house. That was such a waste.
Right.
Because you can't really use that again.
No, you can't.
That was a waste.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Coke machine upstairs. That's
cool.
It's cool, but it's not, it's like, you know, I bought a fire hydrant. That's in the garage.
Oh. That's not a waste.
Is it not?
I don't know. I don't think anything's a waste because I have such a shopping problem.
Do you really have that many clothes?
Yes. I have a problem, and I admit to it. I know I have a problem.
Can we talk about your relationships?
Sure.
So you're friends with your exes?
I am.
Is it hard to maintain that at first?
I mean, it's still at first, I feel like. It's been a couple months. But I don't think so. I think we care about each other so much that we don't want to affect that. We're really being mature about it, I think.
I feel like you are too, because you guys are still even doing videos together.
Yeah. And it's not even just for the camera. Like, we actually hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, hey, I want to get coffee this morning, or help me with this thumbnail, or hey, you're going to this party tonight? Want to ride together? Yeah.
That's so cool. That's a very mature mentality.
Thanks. I'm only 23, so.
That's nuts.
I just turned 23. Yeah.
I feel like that's the Valley girl in you. I feel like being here kind of makes you a little more mature.
Oh, yeah. You grow up so fast, unfortunately.
Why is that?
I think people around you just, I don't know. I feel like even in high school, people got into drugs and alcohol really early. And you either pick, like, am I going to be immature about this, or am I going to do the right thing and, like, wait it out? You know, like, I got a fake ID super early. Not that I condone any of that. I've been, like, all around responsible. I don't know how to explain it. I'm like a responsible, chaotic person. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I can't think of a specific memory that matured me. I feel like it's just growing up in LA.
There's something about it here.
It is. Yeah, there is.
Do you think it's the industries of all the filming? And
Maybe. Yeah. Just everyone being in front of cameras all the time.
Do you ever wish that you grew up in Maryland?
No. Although I was visiting Maryland, I got back yesterday, and I do get sad sometimes where I'm like, I wonder what life would have been, because all my family lives there and I never got to get super close to any. I mean, I'm close to my family, but as close as someone could be living states apart, you know? I do sometimes think like I wish I was closer with my family, or like physically closer, not like just texting closer, but I don't wish I grew up there. I'm so happy I grew up here because it led me to be able to do what I love.
Because I'm from New Jersey too.
Oh, yeah.
And I grew up there.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad I'm not there.
You're glad you're not there.
Yeah. It kind of just felt more like there's more to do here.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm glad I grew up where I did, and I don't think I would ever want or wish I grew up anywhere else.
How do you think being friends with your ex affects your content creation process now?
I think it helps me. He's a genius when it comes to YouTube. He is like so my mentor. I like text him when I have a problem. I text him when I can't figure out like a thumbnail. Like, he's absolutely, like, I'm surprised he's not he's a genius. I'm surprised he's not like even bigger than he is on the internet. He is so good at what he does. He does everything himself. He edits his own videos on his main channel. He makes his own thumbnails. He's done it for years and he's so good at it. He comes up with his own ideas. He gives me ideas sometimes. Genuinely don't think I'd ever be where I was without him. And he is just so smart when it comes to YouTube. So I think it's done nothing but help me.
When did you guys start dating?
February 2019.
And was that at the beginning of your YouTube career?
Yes.
Okay.
He's the one who convinced me to put my videos back up.
I mean, even your videos now of doing things with your ex, it makes it opens up the door to show that people can just be mature about things.
And that was the point of it. It wasn't to be like, hey guys, you're welcome for more Jake and Tara content. It was, I wanted to show the world that if the breakup is amicable and not nasty, there's room for friendship. Like, and that's that. And people find it so polarizing. People find it so interesting. And I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Maybe because it was so easy for us, because we cared about each other so much that we're like, why would we let a breakup affect our relationship aside from dating? I don't know. Again, like I said, I have nothing but good words for him. He's one of my best friends and he's a genius.
Do you ever get negative comments about it?
Yes. Yeah. They're like, enough, you're milking the ex content. I'm like, okay, do you want me to say doing this with Jake Weber? I will, but it won't get as many clicks. Am I milking it? I don't think so. I think I'm just posting with my ex and it happens to be my ex. Like, I don't know.
Does that ever affect you?
Of course. I get upset because I'm like, that's not the reason I'm doing it. You know, at first it was basically to show people like, hey, we're still friends. Don't worry. And then it was like, wait, I want to show the world that you can be friends with your ex and everything can be okay. And I want it, like, the stigma of not being friends with an ex-boyfriend, I never understood it. I'm friends with my other exes too. Not as close, obviously, because we don't have the same job, or I feel like I always say, like, Jake's like my coworker. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm still friends with a lot of my exes, so.
I mean, you guys have really great chemistry on camera. There was the one where you guys were in the hotel with David Alvarez, and you guys got the 1-star motel.
That was the cruise video. Yeah, it was David's fault. It was miserable. And I slept in that hotel, and we slept, and I woke up, and I was like, I hate all of you. David's girlfriend Grace is such a trooper too. She was like, "It's okay, we'll sleep it out." I'm like sitting there fucking screaming at them. I'm like, "I hate all of you."
Were there bed bugs?
No, there wasn't bed bugs. But it was miserable. It was miserable. We just got off like a 5-hour flight. We had a cruise the next morning.
Who booked the hotel?
David. And it's not even his fault completely because he sent it to us, and we were like, "Yeah, sounds good. Like, it's a cheap motel. We'll stay in it overnight. It's just one night." But the pictures didn't match when we went. It wasn't the same hotel. Like, it couldn't have been.
That's so funny.
It was terrible.
Did you want to leave?
So the other guys left. Our other friends, they left. Crawford Collins, Babas, our friend Will, they left and went to a Hilton or something. We stayed. So half of us left and went to a different hotel, and half of us stayed. And I was the one that stayed because I'm like, I'm not about to leave Jake and Grace and David and go with these guys. I'll just stay. I'll wait it out. And
because they were like committed. They're like,
they were committed.
Here.
We're like, we're staying, and it's gonna be hilarious.
That's so David. We have to stay.
We have to stay. Oh, dude, I had like chairs in our suitcase up against the door because I thought we were going to get broken into. There was like characters walking
I do that
outside.
too. That's so funny.
There was characters, Joe. Like, there was some crazy, crazy people walking outside.
I've only left one hotel. It was kind of like that. And there were like cockroaches in the shower.
Yeah.
Like, if they're in the shower, like, imagine what the bed's like.
Yeah.
And there were stains on the pillow.
Oh, there were stains on the bed for sure.
Yeah, you slept on your sweatshirt.
Yeah, I did.
By choice.
I cannot believe I did that. I've done some crazy shit just to be like, just to stick things out.
Is dating within the friend group hard?
I dated him before we were in the friend group. So it doesn't, I don't know.
How does it affect the friend group now?
I don't think it affects it at all because I think if anyone knows that we're still great friends, it's our friends. I was worried. I can't help it, but it was fine.
When you told people in the friend group, were they surprised?
We didn't tell people in the friend group. They found out online.
Was it through a TikTok?
It was through a YouTube video, but the TikTok led people to the YouTube video.
I got the TikTok.
You got the TikTok.
And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. People thought we were joking. Our friends thought we were joking because we were still friends.
Yeah.
And we had not told the people for like a month and we had been hanging out with everyone. I think we did it just to be like, hey, look at us. Like, you know, like we've been broken up for like a month and a half and no one's noticed because we've been so chill. So you guys have to treat us chill too. We were so worried, but everything was fine. Our friends are great. And the only person who did know was David Alvarez, actually, because we were going on a cruise and we were like, hey, we got to tell you something.
What was his reaction?
I think he was sad, but he was like, oh, this is great. You guys have been friends and it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still living at home now?
Yes.
How does that work, filming content while living at home? Do you ever get nervous doing it in front of your parents?
No, I'm an only child. And my dad works during the days and my mom is like my best friend. So, and I didn't live at home always. I moved out for a while and I hated it. And I'm like, I'm going to buy a house. So
Were you by yourself?
No, I had a roommate. And I was like, I'm going to buy a house. So might as well save my money until I do.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah. And I moved back home and I love it. And I don't know. I'm like, why not live with your parents as long as you can?
Free food.
I don't know. Free food. Yeah. Free Persian. I'm Persian. My mom makes me Persian food every night.
Congrats on citizenship.
Thank you. Thank you so much. How did you know that?
Zach Justice.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have dual citizenship now.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
where are you from again?
Iran.
Do you ever go visit?
No, I've never been.
Did you do Brittany Furlan's podcast at her house?
Yes.
Was that at... She lives with Tommy Lee.
Well, yeah, they're married.
Was that a crazy house?
For me, it was a crazy experience because I'm such a Motley Crue fan. Now me and Brittany are great friends, but so I'm used to it. But the first time I was like I was definitely a little bit starstruck. And
Is there just memorabilia everywhere?
there was in his office, and she was like, "Let's go meet him. Like, you need a picture with him because you love Motley Crue so much." And I took a picture, and it was great. I got to go to like the concert with her later, like a year ago, and we got to sit like backstage. It was the most amazing experience of my life.
Did you meet the other guys in the band?
I did. It was amazing. I mean, I'm such a big Motley Crue fan. I'm such a big classic rock fan that I was just like, so nice to meet you, sir. Like, I was so nervous.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Great
Yeah.
work in your entire career.
Right. I was definitely nervous, but they're all really sweet.
Do you like any of the new age like punk bands, pop punk?
Like what?
Stay Champ, Story So Far, The Main.
I've never heard of any of that.
No.
Swear to God.
Oh, I thought we were going to connect on that on so many levels.
Is it new?
Not really. They've been around for like 8 years, all of them, 10 years.
I know older than that, I want to say. Like,
What else do you listen
you said
to?
pop punk, so like Escape the Fate and like,
Yeah.
I know them. I don't know. I like classic rock more than I like pop punk. I feel like everyone looks at me and they're like, pop punk. But
Oh,
I
wow.
like it, but I'm not like a huge diehard pop punk fan.
What other classic rock do you like?
I'm a big Scorpions fan. I have a Scorpions tattoo over here on my shoulder. You know Scorpions? Like, big city nights.
I think the bassist follows me.
Really?
Yeah.
Rock you like a hurricane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that
Yeah.
song.
Scorpions, Motley Crue. I mean, like, come on, like, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC. Like, everything like that. I'm like a dad rock. Like,
Oh, yeah, I never
I'm like
got
a-
into any of
I'm
that.
like a middle-aged man.
That's so
crazy.
funny.
Yeah.
What other concerts do you go to?
Oh, I don't know if you know. I'm sure you know by now. I'm a huge Harry Styles fan.
Yes.
Yeah, I have like a Harry Styles tattoo.
You went to the one at the Forum with the 13 shows in a row?
Of course. I went to 2 of them.
Did you?
I did.
Where were you?
I wasn't that close because I once did GA for Harry Styles and it was miserable. I'm so small that I couldn't see anything. And then people kept being like, Taryum, he's pushing people. I'm like, I'm not touching anyone. So I'm like, I'm never doing GA again. Like, people were tweeting about me. I was like, I'm not doing this shit. So I just sit in a seat and enjoy the show.
You're also a huge SpongeBob fan.
I am a huge SpongeBob fan, yeah.
That I noticed that was the most like cut scenes.
Oh, yeah, I reference SpongeBob quite often.
What's your favorite song?
I said that in my Rip My Pants. I said it in my first video. My favorite song is Rip My Pants.
Tom Kenny lives like right here.
Are you joking?
No, he was trick-or-treating at my house.
Like voice of SpongeBob or something?
Yeah.
Are you lying?
I'm lying about the trick-or-treating.
That was fucked up. I was really excited. But does he really live around here?
Yeah, he lives around here.
So cool.
Yeah.
Ugh, I would die. I would recognize him immediately, I feel like.
What other shows did you watch?
I was a big Disney Channel fan growing up. Like Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus. I met her one time and I almost fainted. Hannah Montana, like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Were you like really into them? Were you like, I don't want to say fangirl because it...
Yeah,
like,
fangirl.
You were?
I was a huge Disney Channel, like, I loved it.
What other crushes did you have growing up?
I actually have a video called These Hot Men Are Ruining My Life. And I go through every year of my life until the age of 22 of every year who I had a crush on.
You're so funny. Who?
Thank you. I don't know, name like a year.
2006.
You were going to say 19. I was like, I wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
2006, I was 6 years old. I want to say that was my first crush. And I want to say like Dylan and Cole Sprouse.
Everyone had that.
Yeah.
2008.
2008. I liked Corbin Blue.
2009.
I don't want to think because this might be inaccurate. Let me think. I wish I could reference my video right now.
I love that every year it just like changed to somebody
It
new.
changed a little bit, yeah. 2009?
Twilight series?
No, I wasn't a huge Twilight fan. I was 9 years old, 4th grade. I don't know. I think it was still like
The High School
Zach
Musical?
and Cody. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. But I went through like a Channing Tatum phase. And in 2010, Harry Styles came on the maps. It was One Direction.
1D.
Yeah, I watched X Factor.
What led you to want to Harry Styles?
I was just always a Harry girl. I don't know. I think it was his hair or his red, luscious lips. I don't know. Or his dimples or his big green eyes.
Have you met him?
No, I've never met him.
What would you do?
I would stick my hand out and say, thank you so much for your service. Just shake his hand and never watch it again. I don't know. I think about it a lot on what I would do. And I think every year it gets less and less like crazy because I get so much closer and closer to these people. Like I've met crazy people and I'm like not fazed by it anymore. But Harry Styles is a little different. Maybe I would like put my pants down a little bit and show him my little hip tattoo for him. I'd be like,
Bring it up casually.
yeah, I don't know. I think I would just be like, I'm such a fan. And then I would walk away because I don't think I could be able to do anything else. I don't think words might not come out of my mouth.
Who else did you meet that you were really into?
I don't think I've ever met anyone that I'm really into. So it didn't really. That's
it wasn't
why
like that Harry Styles effect.
No. I'm scared of that day.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
I know it'll come one day. This is my fake watch. I'm pointing to my fake watch saying, I know it will come one day where I will meet someone that I'm obsessed with and I'm scared of that day. I'm a fainter.
It's going to be like, you're going to turn around and he's going to tap you on the shoulder and be like,
I
"Excuse
have
me?"
seen him in person aside from a concert, but I've never met him.
You didn't want to go up to him?
I couldn't. It was at a movie premiere. It was at his movie premiere. It was at My Policeman. It's the movie he played a gay man in. He played it beautifully too. It's like a British film.
Exquisite acting.
Oh, it was. I mean,
Did you like Don't Worry, Darling?
I did. I think he's a great actor. I think people don't give him enough credit, and
I don't know
think
why they were shitting on him for that.
I don't think they were after it came out because he was faking an American accent. But the point of it was like I don't know how to explain it. In the movie, he's supposed to fake the accent, so it's like, I think you did a good job. Like for someone who's like a singer.
Were you a Justin Bieber fan?
I like Justin Bieber. Did you see my Justin Bieber costume?
No. Oh yeah, I did.
I like Justin Bieber. I wasn't like diehard, rip my freaking. I've been to multiple of his concerts. I like him a lot. I think he's super talented, but I'm not like a diehard Justin Bieber fan. But I do really like him.
You went to the Museum of Death.
Yeah,
Did you like that?
I did.
I thought it was really cool when I went.
You've been? Have you been to the New Orleans one?
No, I've only been here. My parents came out to visit me.
You took your parents there?
Right after I moved. I think this is the first visit.
It's so morbid.
Yeah, because I think I went to the Museum of the Death. I drove out from New Jersey, got to LA, and I must have went to the Museum of Death on like the second or third day that I got here.
Which one did you go to? The new one or
In
the
Hollywood?
old one? They're both in Hollywood, but there is a new version. What year was it?
2016.
Okay, it was the old one. Yeah,
Oh,
the new
there's
one's crazier. They closed down for a while and they renovated it. And
It's like at the end of the Hollywood Strip, right?
yeah,
Okay, that was the one that I went to.
yeah.
And I took my parents there.
I went there on my first date with Jake.
Beautiful.
It's morbid.
It's romantic. The first rooms are romantic. No.
I wouldn't go if I have a weak stomach. I'm like warning people.
Yeah, the first couple rooms are like kind of more interesting because they have all the memorabilia per se of like all like the letters and the art that they draw in prison.
Yeah.
And then you get to like the further rooms where it's like more.
You can't look anywhere without seeing like a dead body. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There's no like escaping it. So it's like I wouldn't go. I don't have a weak stomach when it comes to gore.
Oh, so
My tummy hurt after.
where's the other one at?
It's in Hollywood too. Yeah.
And it's open now?
It's open now. It's the same one, but it's bigger. There's more rooms.
I want to go see
And there's
it.
a second floor. It's good. I've been.
Okay.
It's good.
I have to check it out. Do you have any new videos planned?
I actually, funny enough, do not have a video this week planned.
Are you going to miss it?
No, I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to miss it.
Does it stress you out if you do?
Yes. It makes me upset because I feel like I'm disappointing people. And I don't want to. And then I tweet, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sick this week or I simply couldn't think of something. And they're like, don't worry, Tara, we love you. And I'm like, they're so understanding. But I still feel so bad. I beat myself up for it all week. Because I'm like, I have one thing to do a week. One. It's the upload on Mondays. Yummy Mondays. And if I miss it, then I suck.
Do you have a TikTok posting schedule?
No. I try and post every day, but I don't really have a schedule on that.
There's something, I feel like we hold ourselves to such a high standard of posting on YouTube because it's like, come on.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, you run out of ideas.
Yeah. I bless my heart. Don't know how I'm not burnt out yet, but I love it.
Would you ever take a break?
No. Never.
Who else did you look up to watching YouTube?
I loved Jenna Marbles. She was amazing.
Was that a sad day when she stopped?
Yes. I try not to even look back on her channel because it'll upset me. I loved Emma when she used to post. Emma Chamberlain. She posted, like, when I was in high school. So I liked her, like, growing up, like, older.
Was she from here?
She's from, I think, the Bay Area. I think. I don't know, though. I loved... Oh, wow, obviously. I loved David's videos growing up, too. I did. Everyone did. So, I mean, a little bit of everything I watched.
How did you end up meeting David?
We met at a party, and he put me in his vlog the day we met.
And were you a YouTuber then?
I had just uploaded my first video again.
Whoa.
So I was like...
Did you take it as a sign?
I did. I did take it as a sign. I was freaking.
I'm back, baby.
I was like, wow. I'm like, maybe this is it.
What would you say is, like, the hardest part of the grind growing your channel?
Consistency, not missing weeks. It's hard because it's like you run out of ideas. It's like Thursday and I still haven't filmed and I'm like, oh my God, I can't think of something. Usually throughout the week something will come to me, but definitely just consistency. I don't think like filming is hard. I don't think even like I used to edit, but now sending my video to my editor is hard. I don't think making a thumbnail is hard. I don't think clicking post is hard. I think it's just the consistency of it. It's like definitely a hard thing to keep up with.
Do you think your videos were better when you edit the videos or when you have an editor editing them?
I don't know. I love my editor. I don't think it's better when I'm not that great of an editor. So I don't think it's better when I edit them. I think it does have like my personality in it more.
Did you edit those older videos though?
Some of them. Yeah. A lot of the times it was like a joint thing where like I would cut it and send it to an editor or I would say, hey, do this and this and this. But
that's so cool.
You could play me a video and I could be like, oh, I edited this or this editor edited this. I could tell you.
Uh-huh.
But I don't want to say I'm better or the editor's better. I think there's two completely different things.
And you always filmed it yourself?
Yeah, I usually do like handheld or Jake would film it for me or I'd have a friend film it.
Are you going on any other podcasts coming up?
No, just yours.
Let's go.
Just yours. I feel like I haven't been on that many ever.
I know.
love
I saw you on
podcasts.
Dropouts, and I really enjoyed the one with Brittany.
Yeah, that was fun. I was really nervous though.
Why?
Because I was
Motley
in
Crue stuff?
Yeah, I was in like a Motley Crue house. I was like, oh my God.
Was her podcast set up? Did it have any like Tommy Lee stuff in the room?
No, it was just a cute room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I was
cool.
really nervous. I think that was like one of the first podcasts I ever went on. I think it was like 2020 or something. I don't know.
And you drove out there by yourself?
Yes, but out there they live like 2 minutes down the street from me. So it wasn't. I didn't have much time. I also got pulled over that day. I remember it was weird.
Did you get a ticket?
Nope. I talked my way out.
Good for you.
I was like, I'm sorry, officer.
I got pulled over here. Yeah. It really fucked me up.
They're cracking down.
Yeah, they are. And I got a speeding ticket in Arizona too.
I've never gotten a speeding ticket.
You're lucky.
Oh wait, never mind.
Dun dun dun.
Never mind. I have.
That's all I got.
Oh my God, that was so fun.
Tara, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I felt like no one's ever interviewed me that deeply about myself. I feel like I'm on Ellen.
What else should we talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
You have your sugar daddy, your sugar doggy.
My sugar daddy.
Your sugar doggy.
I wish. Yeah, my sugar baby, my dog. He's my everything in the whole entire world.
Where'd you get him?
Craigslist.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you looking for him?
I was looking for a Pekingese Chihuahua, but they weren't like breeders or anything. They basically just said like, oh, we happen to have our dogs give birth and like we can't like keep the kid, so pick them up. And I went and picked them up.
Completely free?
No.
Oh.
It was a couple $100, but because they paid for some of his shots and stuff.
And he's your baby now?
He's my everything. Like, I will stop talking to a person completely if they even look sideways at him.
Are you the person in the party paying more attention to the dog?
No, I'm too social for that. But I do love that. Yeah. I try to pay attention to the dog, but I like to talk. I'm like a yap machine. It's like, you know, like those, like, have you seen, like, what is that? Like a lawnmower?
A wind-up doll?
No, like a lawnmower. It's like they I don't know. They like wind me up and I'm like, yap, like, yap. Like, all I do, like, my ex always says, like, Yap University. Like, you are Yap City.
Why don't you start your own podcast?
I've always wanted to. And maybe I will one day.
You should.
Yeah. I've talked about it. But I just talk for hours. It's so bad.
Have you ever met Mila Kunis?
Do I look just like her? I get that all the time. There's at least 5 comments on every video. She looks just like Mila Kunis. Have I ever met her? No, I wish. I think she's perfect.
I get so excited about like because you're from here.
Who have I met?
Yeah. Like, have you had any other crazy Hollywood experiences? Like, maybe you went to cool premieres and somebody was there.
It won't be cool to you because I feel like the stories I have are cool to like regular people with regular jobs. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm surrounded by all these YouTubers that we watched growing up.
Yeah, but I love all those YouTuber stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you've met them. Let me think. Like celebrities? I don't know, like Machine Gun Kelly I run into all the time, or I used to.
Where?
I like clubs and stuff.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, really? Oh my God, yeah.
Because I don't go to clubs, though. So, like, if I ran into G-Eazy, I'd be like, whoa, there he is.
Oh, really? Oh my God. One time, I couldn't get into Halsey's party because I had a fake ID at the time. That's it. That's that story. There's no story about that.
No G-Eazy there?
I think they broke up at the time.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they were together. But yeah, Machine Gun Kelly, I've seen multiple times. Just
with Megan Fox?
No, before that. Oh, I saw the Kardashians all the time growing up because I lived by Calabasas all the time.
Did you ever go to the store?
No, because I was still like a child when that store was a thing. But it was right next to my house. I think it was a minute driving.
Have you ever been to Shibuya?
I've actually never been to Shibuya, but my friends go all the time.
It's so good.
I heard it's so good.
I've been now maybe like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. Did the Calabasas?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right next to my house. Yeah, I've never been. I don't know why.
It's so good.
I love sushi. You know who I saw all the time growing up? Jaden Smith and like Moises Arias. They were like best friends and they would walk around the Calabasas Commons all the time. And it got to the point where like they would like recognize my friend group and they'd be like this because like we would see each other so much like every weekend at the Commons because that was like the cool place to walk around.
You've totally seen my wife there. She used to go to the Commons all the time. That was like the spot.
Yeah.
And kids would like go into the alleys and like do naughty stuff.
Yeah, we'd like make out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
Tara, thanks so much for coming.
Joe, thank you so much.
Guys, go check out Tara's YouTube channel. It's going to be linked down below every Monday.
Every Monday. I try not to miss one.
Cool. All right, guys, hit the like button, share the video, comment down below who else you want, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
Lightweights, out. Cool, thank you so much.
Of course.